You know, we've all heard it. Find a job you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. But what if I told you the job you already have is the secret to building the career you really want? We're about to look at a huge shift in how we think about work, where your 9 to 5 isn't some obstacle, but actually the very foundation for your passion.
For years, the whole story has been about escaping the 9 to 5, right? But today, we're asking a completely different question. What if that traditional job, the one you might be in right now, isn't a trap at all, but a launchpad?
And the catalyst for this whole rethink? Yep, you guessed it. Artificial intelligence. It's completely changing the game for ambitious people everywhere.
That's right. The 5 to 9 is no longer just for kicking back and watching Netflix. For a growing number of us, it's becoming prime time for building an empire. And this isn't just about making a little extra cash. It's a strategic move to build a whole second parallel career.
Okay, but let's be super clear about what we mean by side hustle here. We're not talking about driving for a rideshare or delivering food. A strategic side hustle is something totally different. Think of it more like a low-risk laboratory for your own ambition, a way to build skills, create assets, and basically future-proof your career.
So how exactly is AI making all this possible? Well, first, it just crushes the learning curve. Skills that used to take years to get good at can now be picked up and applied with AI helping you out. Second, it automates all that boring grunt work, which frees you up for the fun creative stuff. And maybe most importantly, it lets you test your big ideas with almost no financial risk because you're still getting that steady paycheck.
But of course, this new reality has kicked off a huge debate. Is the 9 to 5 the stable foundation that makes all this possible? Or is it the very thing holding you back from your dreams?
On one side, you've got people who find a ton of power in the discipline of a traditional job. It forces a routine, a wake-up time, a clear line between work and life, and that can actually make you way more productive.
But then you hear the other side of the coin. For so many people, the day job is just an energy vampire. By the time you get home, that creative spark you had in the morning is just gone, and the weekend is just for recovering.
So it really boils down to this. Are you on team structure or team freedom? Team structure says the 9 to 5's forced consistency is a feature, not a bug. If you don't show up, you get fired. That's a pretty powerful motivator. But team freedom argues that the real rewards, autonomy, creativity, building something that's truly yours, can only happen when you're the one in charge.
But what if this isn't an either-or debate? What if it's a whole new way of living and working? Well, experts actually have a name for it: the portfolio life.
The idea is simple, but wow, is it powerful. A portfolio career isn't just one job. It's a mix of different projects and income streams. Some pay the bills, some feed your soul, and they all combine to create your unique professional identity. You're no longer just a marketer or an engineer. You're a writer, a consultant, a teacher, a creator. You are your portfolio.
Now the promise of this is amazing, right? Total flexibility, endless variety, and the kind of resilience you get from not having all your eggs in one basket. But the perils are very, very real. The constant hustle can lead to serious burnout, and you're on your own for things like health insurance. But the biggest issue, the one that sinks most people, is financial precarity. That constant nagging stress of an unstable income.
So, if the portfolio career is just too risky on its own, what's the solution? Well, this is where that question we asked at the beginning comes back, but with a brilliant new model. And here it is, the platform career. See the difference? That portfolio of all your passion projects is still there, but it's all resting on a solid foundation. That one stable activity provides the security you need to support everything else.
This is the big idea, the synthesis of it all. Your 9 to 5 isn't the enemy of your 5 to 9. It's its angel investor. It pays the bills, it provides the health insurance, and it funds the experiments you run after hours. It removes the desperation from the hustle, turning it from a frantic survival tactic into a smart strategy for growth.
When you zoom out, you realize this isn't just some clever life hack. This is actually the blueprint for the future of work.
And this isn't just a theory. We've got the data. Research shows that artists are 3.6 times more likely to be self-employed than other workers. Think about it. They've been living the portfolio and platform life for decades at a pure necessity. Now, technology is bringing this exact model to the rest of us.
So the key takeaway is this. The whole idea of climbing a single career ladder is quickly becoming obsolete. The future belongs to those who can build and manage a diverse portfolio, balancing the stability of a platform with the dynamic energy of a hustle. So the question isn't whether you should quit your job to follow your passion. The real question is how you can use your job to build it. The future is multi-track. It's time to start designing your portfolio.